Hello. Hi, how are you? Let me know who's here. Just drop your name in the chat. And then also let me know what you might have brought as far as a tea or beverage for tonight. What are you drinking? I brought some calendula, which we have as one of our herbal allies for this Leo new moon. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. So I brought a tea that has calendula, and then I also put in some oat straw and some orange peel. And my oat straw is really good. It's really good for the heart. It nourishes your heart, and we're working with Leo, which governs the heart space. It can also be a lot of it can be a nerve tonic, and it can be also a nervine. And then I added some orange peel to this with prosperity, cleansing, and joy. And joy is that solar plexus manipura energy that we're working with as far as the planet of the sun. So I have a nice little beverage here that has calendula, oat straw, and orange peel. And that's what I'm going to be using for my supportive herbal allies. So if you have a tea or a beverage that you made for yourself, go ahead and let me know what you have. If you have a candle, you can bring a candle into the space. And then also, if you have any of the crystals that you'd like to bring in, we have a couple different ones. You can use any of them that you'd like. But we also have citrine, carnelian, tiger's eye, a rose quartz, smoky quartz, and moonstone. So those are just a couple of examples, but you can bring any crystal that you want. Actually, I had my amethyst wand. I left it out in the living room, but I had that. And I was kind of working with that a little bit today too. So any crystal will work, whatever you have on hand. And make sure you just bring a water because we are going to be doing some movement practice today. So if you're familiar with yoga, we're going to be doing a little bit of a sun salutation with some lion's breath. So have, not just your herbal ally beverage and tea, but bring in some water too, just so that you can have something to hydrate. It's really important right now, especially through this new moon in Leo. And it's this period of time, height of summer, and all of these extra energies. We have Lionsgate that we'll talk about briefly too. It's really important to hydrate. So make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, at least through August, if not all year round. So we're going to go ahead and get started for today. Like I said, we are bringing in Leo, and we're bringing in the sun. And the sun energy in astrology is a celestial body that governs the solar plexus, and it's about outward expression. So it is the ruler of the zodiac sign of Leo. This lion, so the symbol of Leo is the lion, and this lion sign is a fixed fire element that is intense and full of vitality. It governs the peak of summer. The new moon on August 5th is in the sign of Leo, so bringing in confidence, strength, and grandiose energies for us to play with. It's a lot about play and celebration and a lot of vibration and vibrancy and high energy. So Leo is the primary ruler of the heart, and the sun is the primary ruler of the manipura chakra, your solar plexus. This new moon is moving us out of the shadows and into alignment, abundance, and authentic living. The last couple moons, especially the Capricorn moons, have been very shadowy, right? Very deep emotional waters that we've been working through. And so now we're coming out of that, and we're coming out in a new way, right? So we're celebrating the things that we've been able to heal, what we've been able to discover, the gifts that we are being able to kind of bring into fruition. And so here we're coming into the element of joy through the manipura chakra and soul purpose through the heart center. So this lunation invites you to radiate joy, abundance, and love. Shine brightly, play, and live authentically in your truth. Give yourself permission to embody your full potential and share your gifts with the world. This new moon phase is a time of creating, setting intentions, and aligning yourself with the life that you're choosing to live. Hi, Heather. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So let's go ahead and call in our elements, right? We're going to call in the direction. So take a nice deep breath. We're going to light our candles. So go ahead and light your candle if you haven't already. If you have a smoke bundle or any other, like a water spray or anything that you'd like to use to cleanse your space, go ahead and do that now. I'm going to do a sage smoke to cleanse our space. And amber is another, it can be a resin that really brings a lot of joy and movement and sunlight, right? So amber is a really good one too. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a moment to settle in and close your eyes. We're going to call in the directions. And since we're working with the element of fire, we're going to start with the south. We're going to call in the energies of the south, the element of fire and the serpent. Please help us to shed our skin, help us to shed our skin the way that you shed as well. Bring in your medicine. So the skins of all of our misunderstandings, our misforgivings, we're having these things that we're carrying around with us, these boundaries that we've created for ourselves. I can see those layers just shedding. So I'm calling in the serpent energy and the fire with transformation. I'm calling you in to help us to renew and rebirth through this new moon. Help us to move in the beauty way, help us to walk in that middle way, and help us to be able to move from the heart space. I'm calling in the energies of the west of the water and the jaguar. Please cleanse us. Move that water through us. Cleanse our blood. Cleanse our fluids. Help us to move through this new moon, through this August phase of heat and tranquility. If we can find that hydration and that pause, help us to see beyond the veil. I'm calling in the jaguar. Help us to walk through that jungle space. Help us to understand the things that we need to clear or see. Help us to see those things that are in the darkness or that are hidden. I'm calling in the waters for hydration, nourishment, and cleansing. Calling in the energies of the north, the antlered ones. Calling in the earth energies, the grounding and the fertility. I'm asking that whatever we need to move through, that we move through with grace, and we allow ourselves to be grateful for the process, and also to be able to move through the process with ease and understanding. I'm calling in the energies of the earth for growth. I'm calling in the energies of the antlered ones for your gentleness and compassion, your understanding, your gentle ways. Help us to be gentle with ourselves, and calling in the ancestors of the north, calling in our ancestors that may you help us and guide us. You have already been through this way, and you are sharing your gifts with us. Help us to understand and to tap into those now. Calling in the energies of the east, of the eagle, and of the air. Bring the air into our lungs, that inspiration. Help us to bring in the inspiration in our daily lives and allow us to see from the eyes of the eagle, to see things from the whole perspective, and also that sharpness of view so that we can see things in a clear way, to see things beyond the veil, to see things that are not within our vision, to have that understanding so that when we see things, we see the whole picture, the details and the bigger strokes. Calling in the element of air as you come in and cool us and bring in understanding as well. Thank you for being here in our circle today. Calling in the energies of Pachamama and Gaia, Mother Earth. Please help to stabilize us, help to nourish us, help to ground us. Help us to be one with all of creation, the trees and the stone people, the fish and the furred ones, all of our relations. And calling in elements from above, the cosmic energies of our families and our ascended masters, calling in their galactic families and anybody that is our spirit guide, connecting us with Source or Creator. Please be present in our circle today. And placing your hand over your heart space, we're going to call in our own hearts, being present here in this space, in this sacred space that we are creating. Allow yourself to be fully present, doing this work that you're called to do. And be grateful and gentle with our hearts as we move through this work today. Aho. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be working with the Leo energy. And it's really big energy. If you think of a lion, it's that energy that is just really, very big. It's very loud sometimes. It's really celebratory. It's not afraid to be itself, right? You have the energy of Leo, and sometimes people say that people that are a Leo energy can have a lot of boastfulness about them, or they can have a lot of ego, and that's not always, that can be the case sometimes, but it's also they're very proud, right? So if you think of a lion, they live in and they survive in a pride, right? So when we're full of ourselves, when we really have all of our spirit and we're fully embodied, we can be full of ourselves that way. And then that way, when we are full of our essence, right, of our spirit, then we express more freely through this world. We can be living in more authentic ways. We are more aligned with our truth, right? So be full of yourself. If we're full of ourselves, there's also not going to be any space for anything else. We want to be fully in our vessel, right? So the vessel is our body, and we want to be here, present now. And we want all of us to be here. When we are able to be present and we're able to be grounded and we're able to be embodied, we are able to shine, right? Our heart shines forth. We are able to speak our truth. We are able to stand in our power, and we're able to live authentically. We're able to make choices that are best for us, and we don't have a lot of pull in different ways. So be full of yourself in this Leo energy. And I have a couple of journal prompts that we're going to start with. So go ahead and grab your journals. We have about 4 of them. And the first journal prompt is, what are some of your unique qualities? List some of your unique qualities. We all have qualities that might be similar to somebody else or somebody that we admire. We might have, qualities that we're trying to attain or build, but they're always going to be unique to you because there's no other frequency or signature like you. So, what are some of your unique qualities? Hi, Laura. Thank you for being able to be here. Thank you for joining us. Some of these qualities might be things that you've just discovered through the past couple of months, too, as you've been doing some more of the shadow work. And they might not be fully expressive yet, still kind of growing, but go ahead and list those. What are some of the unique qualities that are yours? And the next question is, are you committed to fully accepting you? Are you fully committed to accepting yourself? And sometimes there's parts of ourselves that we just refuse to accept. We don't want it. We want them to change. But in accepting those things that we don't like gives us the power over them to be able to change them. So, are you committed to accepting yourself? And if you've answered yes, give yourself a reason why. And if you've answered no to any of those, give yourself a reason why. And if anybody has any problems hearing me today, just let me know in the chat if there's any problems with some of the sound, please. Okay, so then the next journal prompt is, what is your heart's desire? What is your heart's desire? So no matter how big or crazy or silly that you think it might be, write down what your heart's desire is, your true heart's desire. So sometimes there's things that we long for and we just said it's unattainable, or that's just too big, or everybody will think I'm crazy if I want that, or if I accomplish that, or if I go for that. So it doesn't matter. Whatever your heart's desire is, write that down now, even if it conflicts with something that you believe, right? So sometimes our heart's desire will be something that is different than what we believe or we think. And that can create conflict within ourselves. So even if it's conflicting to a belief system, write it down. What is your heart's desire? And then the last journal prompt is, what is the truth that you have been unwilling to allow yourself to believe? So sometimes we have belief systems and we know that there's a truth, right? And we just don't want to entertain that. There's something, again, like this, there's this conflict within ourselves. Like, I'm not allowed to believe that to be true, whether it's something about yourself. I'm an amazing artist, right? And you just refuse to allow yourself to believe that. What is a truth? So what is a truth that you have been unwilling to allow yourself to believe? What is a truth that you've been unwilling to allow yourself to believe? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull a card. So I pulled this deck. It's called the Night School deck. Let me see if I can see. It doesn't say who it's from, but I believe it's Mia Toll is the author of this. It's the Night School Moonlit Magic deck. So I'm going to pull a card from, it's a pretty good size deck. I'm going to pull a card and see what kind of shows up for us today for this new moon in Leo. Okay, so the card that came up was Amplify Your Intuition. So amplify your intuition. And it says that your body is constantly reading information from the world, but most of that information comes in forms that your conscious brain can't quite process. You can try free writing, recalling your dreams, or noticing patterns to amplify your intuition and give this information a form your conscious mind can work with. So your body's constantly reading information from the world. And honestly, we don't even register a majority of things. We can look at a room and we're only going to pick up so much of what we're experiencing in that particular moment. And there's a lot of things that we miss, right? That we don't pick up, that we don't see. It's just too much. So even when we're trying to access different things that we're supposed to, whether it's a gift that we want to bring into the world, or if it's something that we're looking to heal, or it's a relationship that we're looking to cultivate, try free writing about these things. Try, paying attention to your dreams. I believe it was just this last month that we did a little example of like a dream journal, right? So set the intention of what that is to, what your dreams are trying to say to you. It could be just really processing throughout the day, but it can also be, premonition or just giving you messages, your subconscious mind giving you messages of what you're looking to create. So notice patterns to amplify your intuition and give this information a form that your conscious mind can work with. The conscious mind, it can be really analytical, where our subconscious mind is more symbols, right? So we see the symbols, and when you work with symbols, it can help tap in or go deeper into what your intuition is trying to say. So you can even create symbols for yourself that mean something, and then pay attention to it. You're going to start seeing that symbol. The more you bring that symbol into your subconscious mind, it's going to transfer into your conscious mind, and you will start seeing symbols or things that symbolize what that element is. So if you're looking to bring in new relationships, you might find that you bring in a symbol. We'll just use a really general symbol, a heart, right? And you might start seeing that heart in a lot of different ways. You might see it in nature. You might see it in a leaf that you find on the ground, or in a stone, or in the sky. You might see it on a sign, or you might start getting a lot more messages. So you're going to start pulling in those things, and that's going to start creating patterns for you to watch. And when you see those patterns, then you can start following those signs and those patterns, and it's going to generate and lead you to the things that you're looking to manifest and to create. So we're going to work with our intuition a little bit this month. So there's that card. And then what we're going to move into next is we're going to be working with the lion's breath. So we're going to generate a little bit of heat. This is a lot of external expression that we're going to be working with. And if you're familiar with yoga, we're going to go through the sun salutation 2 times. And it's just going to get our body moving. It's going to get our heart pumping, right? It's going to get our circulation and our lymph fluids moving. And that heart generated is that Leo, right? So the sun is our manipura, the Leo is our heart space, and it governs our heart and our circulation. So as we're moving that, we're cleansing and we're purifying, and we're also bringing in more energy. So we're going to start with our lion's breath, and then we're going to go into our yoga. Okay, so get comfortable. Elongate your spine here by lifting up through the top of the head. You want to lift your sternum slightly here and bring your shoulders back and down. So as you breathe in, you can really expand through the rib cage. Now, a lion's breath looks a little silly, but it works the whole digestive tract. And it really helps to push the air out of the lungs. So when you're doing a lion's breath, you're going to actually stick your tongue out and you're going to exhale out through your mouth. So you take a breath in and then you breathe out. Just like that. So we're going to do that 3 times. You can close your eyes or you can look up towards your third eye if you'd like to. That's another part of it. But we're going to do that 3 times. So breathing in, full breath in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Force that breath out, breathe in, and exhale. Good. Now go ahead and come to stand. You know you're gonna be able to see me a little bit here, but we're gonna come to stand. So you wanna be really comfortable on your feet, big toe mound, little toe mound, heel. Feel that foundation and grounding. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in here and exhale. Bring your arms up above your head, full breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down, forward fold, reaching for the toes. We're gonna inhale to a halfway lift. So just flatten the back here, gaze is down. Exhaling, you're gonna bring your hands down to the earth and you're gonna step back. You're gonna be in a high plank. Lower yourself all the way down. You can hit the knees first, all the way down. And as you inhale, we're just gonna lift up through the chest, coming into a cobra pose. Go ahead and sit back, tuck your toes, and we're gonna lift the hips up high, coming into a down dog. We're gonna go through that one more time. Take a nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, look forward and step forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. And we're going to exhale all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, come to rise, so wave all the way up. Feel that body moving. Inhale, arms up overhead. Full breath in here. Exhale, wave down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands meet the earth, step back and lower yourself all the way down. Inhale here to a cobra. Exhale, sit back, tuck the toes, hips up high, down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, look forward, step forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Full breath in, arms up overhead. Reaching towards the sun. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Prayer pose in front of the heart space here. Closing your eyes, connect with your heart space. You can rest the thumbs right on your sternum. Connect with your heart space. Allow that unconditional love and deep gratitude to start activating every cell. Start to feel it permeating throughout your being. And take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Good, and then come back down and you can find your seat. So we generated a little bit of heat there just with some movement. You can do that as many times as you want. And sometimes they do like 108 of those sun salutations. Sometimes it's like if it's for winter solstice, summer solstice, they sometimes will do it. But this is a month or a new moon that brings in a lot of that sun energy and Leo energy. So we also have Lionsgate. I don't know if everybody's familiar with what Lionsgate is, but it's on August 8th. So we're in the energy of it now. We're leading up, and the peak is on August 8th. And then there's a couple days after that, which is still, you're still going to be in the energy of Lionsgate. It's very cosmic energy. It's very playful energy. And they say that it's like a portal. So bringing in all of the energies that you want to, that you're looking to cultivate, right? So again, this is kind of amplifying the energy of this new moon in Leo is about playfulness. It's playfulness, it's creativity. What is it that you want to bring into this world? What is your heart asking you? What is your heart's desire? How can you make that happen? This energy is really strong, and it's sending in a lot of different light codes for us to amplify, right? Our signature, our spiritual signature, our soul essence, and to be really present in this world and to bring our gifts into this world. So it's kind of like, a portal is like you're moving through it, and you're not the same that you were before you went through it. It's a growth opportunity, but it's also a cleansing. It's a clearing and a cleansing of old belief systems and old things that we are not wanting to carry through, the rest of the year or the next part of the year. So you're letting go of any of those misconceptions or belief systems that are preventing you from really being your authentic self. It's also going to challenge some of the belief systems that you've had that is preventing you, or that is in conflict with your heart's desire or your true self or your authentic self or your highest truth. So it's really fun energy. And I thought that I might do a little bit of light language as we bring in some of those codes before we set our intentions. So go ahead and just close your eyes. And some of these light codes that are coming through, if you'd like to receive them as healing, you can just acknowledge that you want to receive them. If not, that's perfectly fine and okay. So this is they say it's a light language, but it's not really something that is to be understood as far as language. It's more felt. They're codes or frequencies. So you're going to feel them. It's not usually translated. Sometimes they'll see where it's going to be clearing in a particular chakra or an area of the body. And if that shows up, then I'll relay that information. Otherwise, you'll just more feeling the frequency and the vibration of the tones. Tana ashana apati usunora, tatanaka. Tututura no matishana tadakina, botutura, tatanaka anina shatana. Tara tatana motonuna tia, katatishana, potuturu motanana. Shara tatarakia, tatana tia batar orana. Chetati, tarotoro motarikara gara, ashin ora no ora na patina, nakara, shikatutura no torno matani. Tor kata ashanana tajashtutu shutatanina chatpara astadiya katarasha. Shura ka sututuru tuturu mutoro kururorina datiyateka ashana potorondo tatanina pora ataniya tatata ashando ora taka. Kodu tutur tataramatagiya tatata shututuru matata shikara mata ora tatatiya tatata tuturu mataki. Iya tata iya mura. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We also want to focus on the energy of fire. So we did bring candles in for our circle today, which we do bring in candle and energy of candles, but we talked about Trakata and looking at the gaze of a fire. So here I have the candle, and if I have a darker room, just being able to bring myself into center and kind of soften my gaze, you can watch the candle flame, and it's really hypnotizing, right? And so it really shifts us and moves us into some of those other brainwaves that kind of create that meditative state. And just like when we're looking at other scrying tools, you can receive information and messages from your subconscious mind. So you can try working with that practice, or even going into a bonfire. So a lot of times when you're having a bonfire, how many times do you just kind of stare at the flames? And they really are very hypnotizing. You can see things in the flames. Sometimes you can see animals or faces in the flames. And so just kind of pay attention and have fun. It's all about play and having fun through the rest of this month as well. So let's go ahead and grab our journals again. We're going to write out some of your intentions for this new moon. What are the intentions of what you would like to focus on? What would you like to give energy to? And what do you want to create for this moon cycle, this beginning moon cycle in Leo? So writing down your intentions. Okay, go ahead and pick one or two of them that you'd like to focus on. If you've written out several, just prioritize. Which ones do you really want to focus and bring in? And we're going to say those out loud. And you want to put those into statements that are as though it's already existing. I am statements, or, I create, I will, I do, right? So anything that I am, create that into an I am statement. And then you're going to say that statement out loud 3 times. I am a creative being. I am full of love. I am whole. I am. And then you're going to sit and you're going to say, and so it is, or it is so, or so will it be. You're going to finalize that with, I said so, right? So you say your statement 3 times and then you finalize it with, and so it is. Perfect. So now, between now and the first quarter phase of the moon, that's going to be on August 12th, you're going to support your intentions by spending a few moments each day in play. So allow yourself to find play. We spend so much time in this work and life and sometimes just struggle and just do. And we kind of sometimes forget that we need to have that play. So allow yourself a couple of minutes or moments or an hour, whatever you have from now until August 12th to find play, to reintroduce play and creativity and fun. So bring that in, express gratitude. So connecting with the heart space, expressing gratitude, sharing your gifts, and finding ways to be uniquely you, right? So if there's something that you want to do that's all about you, do that. Give yourself the gift of being uniquely you. Between now and August 12th, we're going to practice those things. So I'm going to go ahead and close the circle for today. Let's go ahead and just close our eyes. And we're going to bring our hands over our heart. We're just going to thank ourselves for being here today, for being in this work, for doing this creative play, right? For being courageous enough to be present with ourselves. And we're going to thank the energies from above, our galactic families, ascended masters, creator, source. Thank you for being here and helping and assisting us within our medicine circle today. Thank you to Gaia, to Pachamama, Mother Earth, for supporting us, for giving us a strong foundation, for nourishing us, for keeping us strong and healthy. And to thank the energies of the east, of the eagle and the air. Thank you for sharing your vision with us and giving us inspiration. And thank you to the elements of the north, to the antlered ones, and to the earth for your fertility and for your growth. Thank you for reaching up and connecting us with our ancestors and for helping us to find gentle ways of working with ourselves. Thank you to the elements of the west, of the water and the jaguar, for cleansing us, for hydrating us, for washing us, and for helping us to see beyond the veil, to see things that are hidden or askew or behind, right? The things that are in between. And thank you to the elements of the south, that element of fire, that fixed fire that we're working with right now. Thank you so much for helping us to shed these waves, for growth and for transformation. The element of fire for quick understanding, to the element and for the energy of the serpent. Thank you for showing us the beauty way. And now our circle is closed, our medicine space is here, it's open. So I'd like to remind you that we will be gathering again. There's a full sturgeon moon on August 19th at 7 p.m. This is going to be our final gathering. So just as an announcement, I'm going to have to put the moon circle on pause after this month. I am beginning on August 25th, I'm beginning a course that is going to be quite intensive, and it's for end of life death doula. So Death Nesting is the person, her name is Anne Marie Keppel, and she is the one that offers this course, and it's going to be a 3-month course. And I meet with her every week, plus we have study that we have to do. So it's anywhere between 8 and 10 hours a week for the 3 months. So I'm going to have to put the moon circle on pause after this month. I'll let you know what that looks like as far as anybody that's on subscription. And if your subscription, if you want to cancel it and it ends out before the end of the month, just contact us at Lotus, and I can give you the links and the information and things like that I share on Patreon up until the end of this month. So I'd like to thank you all for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful new moon in Leo, this exciting full energy. Play and celebrate and be authentically you. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.